Hello, and welcome back. Or welcome. This is Northstar. Hope you're doing well, taking care of each other, and being kind to yourselves. If you have not already, do check out my YouTube channel. I do have this and all my previous... What the heck is with Twitch not having this up yet? This and all my previous videos in this series and all my other series, from other Hearts 4 series to Hearthstone to Civilization 4. If things get to too much of a stand, I might be more apt to play that. Stalemate. This is standing. I'm tired. Long COVID is, as often does, kick my rear. Sorry that. Hard to even get the mouse to... What the heck? It's like jerking around and I'm not even moving. I don't know if you guys can see that a second ago. Stability of the surface got on right now, I think. And the mouse. It's getting slight vibrations and throwing it off. Alright, so I'm here anyways as Syria. Need to invade Jordan soon, by the way, because there was a period between when the US and France went to war with the Central Powers here, which I didn't notice they've eaten up all of Yugoslavia and actually put Habsburgs, I think, on the throne of some. Croatia, at least, has a Yeah, Croatia at least has... They can put a Habsburg on the throne, but you can see from the coloring, these are all vassals of the Austro-Hungarians. So, Central Powers have gotten pretty big, and the ones they don't do anything with, I don't think, are Serbia, Macedon, although Bulgaria will be able to remove Macedon's cores on themselves through the IMRO, and they might actually invade that eventually, and the little rump state of Greece and Epirus. And who knows, they might even have something to invade Serbia, in which case, except for that Greek rump state, there will be complete Balkan domination by the Central Powers. I know they can go for Poland. Part of the Northern International, which gets renamed to Northern People's Union if Norway can win this war and bring Sweden or Iceland into its faction. Denmark is its puppet, but a special type that doesn't join the faction. So Finland actually went, and they must take an approach major democracies to do this. And I did quickly check off camera, and yeah, they have complete this focus, so I think they can bypass it, so it might not have been they actually ran it. And they joined the US's faction. So US, most of Canada except Inuit parts that are not, imperialized here. So the United Inuit States, the really northern areas, which also has Greenland. And Canada also doesn't have Quebec. But US, most of Canada, and Finland, they're all in a faction, and they're going to be a beast to take care of. Especially because they'll eventually come into conflict with the Central Powers. Austria is a focus to attack the US eventually. And possibly the Soviets, if the Soviets go individual security. Also the UK has a focus that could have them end up attacking. Oh no, that's not if they have. No, that's in this path. Never mind that, so they won't actually do that, thankfully. But UK could end up attacking the Soviets. But the US can't attack France because they'll bring back the monarchy. So, yeah, they could end up forming a kind of global empire, just bring everyone to their faction, their force, and both Spain's here have focuses that could have them leave their current loyalty to the Soviets or independence as the Republican rump state here, which doesn't have any cores. It's all the states that were nationalist cores only that the Soviets left Spain with, which makes no sense. Those have been the cheapest ones to puppet with the nationalist tag. But I don't know if their war for independence, since they're now independent, will lead to war with the Soviets or not. But Spain, France, these are all possible conflict points that could lead the US to cross the Atlantic, and they've already woken up from their isolationism. They have partial mobilization. They still have the Neutrality Act somewhere. Time industry, New Deal, Neutrality Act. But world tension is high enough that they can guarantee nations already. So that's the problem. Like, if I were to start justifying Jordan, I was going to say I thought I could do it already, but now I went to world tensions over 75. So even though with Syria you can core all of the Arabian Peninsula and all of the Middle East, if you get the right parts, it's going to be very hard to do that. The US causes problems, so I kind of a bit stuck here. I don't think Iraq actually will attack me based on this focus subpaths they take, and I avoid war with Turkey by giving up Patay. Anyways, I'm going to help Norwegians win their civil war. I've got all these 14 divisions here, all getting winter acclimatization. 3 more on the way by sea, arriving in 10 days. So 17 divisions. I'll just keep shuffling more to Bergen. It must be straining the supplies a bit by now. And so I can help Norway win their war against Sweden. They're not a faction that they're fighting against. So each has to be dealt with individually, including Iceland. But I can help them solely win that war. I keep things occupied for a while. I should probably swap him, though, before either Denmark tries to declare independence or Norway decides it wants to use its war goal on Finland. That would be bad. So at some point I'll want to probably swap to playing as Norway. Can practice some restraint. But even as Norway, it's gonna be tough. Might have a little area carved out, all the Nordic countries except Finland, including, well, Denmark. Better probably not to confront them, just let them declare independence. And I don't know, maybe these states could be handed off. But when they assert independence, then the spirit that's causing all the resistance here will expire after a year. So eventually, can form a Danish collaboration government here, Norway, and then there's just this Denmark, independent, already Marxist, already communist rump state. Could eventually annex the collaboration government and hand them control of the mainland part, or just hand it off. But either way, however this is handled, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Iceland, not the Sapimi, which Finland will actually try and attack eventually. I mean, the US won't be guaranteeing it if their faction is attacking it. So it's still a tiny little piece of Nordic territory to stand up and might against the might of the US. May have better luck with the multiplier branch where Joe will take over England at an earlier time period. We'll see. Okay, I do apologize. My brain is just, try snacking some more. Try some more coffee, but I'm really struggling to stay awake. It's partly because it was on a more nocturnal sleep cycle before, not anymore, and my brain just for a very long time after, even if it settles into a normal cycle, it can be for a very long time. Yeah, I'm just not alert. And I mean, you know, I gotta be on more normal, sometimes make calls and stuff, and then it's horrible. Long COVID makes it hard to sleep, makes it easy to fall into a bad sleep cycle. Because it makes my insomnia, which I already had, worse. And oh boy. Fun thing is I'll be able to do total mobilization here, even in an offensive war, once world tension is high enough, and with the aid of this focus, I'll be at 77% world tension. Worst part, I only need 3% more. Although, shoot, I was... I hate this. I'm always having to monitor. I don't want to blow the Suez Canal. Forget that. Anti-fascist raids. That's like 7.7% more stability. 3.3, so maybe as much as 4.4% overflow. I was gonna do this last industrial land appropriation, but we'll actually take a little longer to get total mobilization that, but it's not gonna happen for a while anyways. I doubt world tension is gonna spike for too much for a little while. But yeah, I was also gonna ban fascism. Even that's not gonna be enough. 1-ish. It's either 4.1 or depending on when this triggers, or 3.7. So it might actually settle right just below 100% base stability then. Or 2.5%, 0.6, 4.1. It's either 0.3% too much or 0.4% too little to get. If I delay this, yeah, so probably just use this to get, possibly, if I delay this, as fascist support goes down, this moves less base stability, just to settle 100% base stability with all the industrial land appropriated, and 57.5% base for support, and the spirit that improves by 5, and yeah, that'll just be it for domestic changes for a while, and then I'll just be filling in various advisors. I guess I could grab a war industrialist. Small bonus to factory build speed. Fortification engineer eventually. And someday replace this guy with a elusive gentleman. Because it will someday be building fortifications. There'll still be a few dockyards. Yeah, I'm running out of things to spend political power on other than war justifications, which I can try and deplete the US political power by justifying lots of countries. They won't. So they guarantee them, and then they will cancel war guarantees that was changed, so people couldn't too much exploit that. But still, if I do it often enough, and they do have like other things to spend political power on, like persuading Congress to support them, it's possible. Might be able to slowly grab the Middle Eastern countries. Possible, but not super likely. Need 150 for the first two things. Yeah, I don't really want to be doing industrial and appropriation. So I have to watch the stability, but I also need to slightly tweak up the volume here. Need to fight the Norwegian capitalist forces. Very close to these guys being done with training. It's like 10, 12 more days. I did think about the... some pauses. I'll talk a little bit. I did think about what I was going to do with... Wait, did something just trigger? No. These templates. I can't actually merge these guys into this because they would have to temporarily exceed the Special Forces cap, even though there would be no men actually in the Special Forces. So, probably just want to keep enlarging these. And honestly, there's a role for small, small units, but just relatively high amount of, it's only 4-2 work. Relatively high amount of artillery. And so they'll support, and I'll just keep enlarging the amount guys with the Rangers, give them infantry, line artillery, support artillery eventually. Let's see, right now to get, it would cost 25 army XP to add 3 Mountaineers and Rangers to one of these. This would cost 30, so yeah, I could actually base it off of this and save intermediate templates. Like one with the Rangers added to the double. That's probably what I should do. First save one with the Rangers added, and I can save one partial Mountaineers once in case these guys get wiped, so I should definitely decommission which templates. So I'll watch this army XP. Oh! Remember what I was saying about Spain might declare and the Soviets with their so-called War of Independence, even though they were already independent? Yeah. Yeah, they did that. This also has them declaring Soviet Lithuania, and Soviet Spain will end up joining, so it'll be, except Soviet Spain should have far more industry and army. Probably. Maybe. Hard to know. Probably actually see more from here. This just shows... Oh, they have a decent... They must have inherited most of the army despite... Yeah, they might roll over Soviet Spain. I don't know what the distribution of land forces looks like there. Soviet Portugal, hey, something's gonna happen there. Spanish Independence War. But they're already independent. The Soviets gave them their independence and they attacked anyways. Darn capitalists. In recent months, the Soviet-Spanish relations have become increasingly strained, and independent observers have noticed the systematic removal of communists from Spanish positions of influence. They've been purging communists from the government. The word purge, whenever communists do it, we assume it's mass murder, even when it's not always. Sometimes it is, but purging for someone from the party only meant removing them from the Communist Party, and then they had to reapply for membership. Some Communist parties even today do regular purges of the membership rolls, like a voting purge. Anyways, that's not to say there wasn't, like, under Stalin, horrible things, but the word has been propagandized so that anytime you hear it, you think certain things, but only when associated with communist states. These capitalists were purging communists from the government, that they weren't killing them, presumably just kicking them out. Anyways, increasingly strained, and independent observers have noticed a systematic removal of communists from Spanish positions of influence. In response, the Soviet Union has created a direct occupation zone in the east of the country, attempting to bring the recalcitrant Spanish government to heel. More south, but yeah, this might be considered the direct occupation zone. Ironically, the things that normally happen with this War of Independence kind of happened anyways. Now the situation has come to a head, with Manuel Azana making a passionate broadcast declaring Spanish independence and rallying his countrymen to rid the nation of Soviet influence once and for all. At the same time, a major Spanish surprise attack on the occupation zone has begun. Something's going to happen there. Be interesting to watch. I mean, there's not much doing right now, other than waiting while these guys train and preparing to, I guess, add rangers to the standard infantry, because, you know, support companies usually have much better combat stats per man. If I'm limited by manpower, not by industry, which I am, because I'm a tiny nation with a tiny population, eventually my industry will catch up. Eventually. Just started making support equipment though, so the first actual rangers are, you know, given the mountaineers who would do the attacking. I'm sure we'll just hold the line. Only 3 of the mountaineer divisions are close to being ready to move to the front. Everyone else is still on their way. These guys be given artillery, rocket artillery soon. How much equipment? 12 pieces. But yeah, I've been training them up without it anyways. Eventually 10. I don't even have enough rocket artillery to fully equip all the guys there. Standard artillery, yes, but the rocket artillery started more recently, even though it's more productive in a way. It's less directly, but it uses less scarce resources, so I'm actually just diverting the resources to older artillery production lines. It'll be a while till the rocket artillery, they probably won't have any line battalions. It'll just be support. Although, show always Challenger Simpsons, folks. Yeah, this has slightly higher soft attack. Or breakthrough, though, which is actually a pretty good argument for using line rocket artillery instead. Well, the problem is the production lines have way lower efficiency built up. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with what I've already got. Artillery. Rocket artillery just be support. That type of support company couldn't have without it. Haven't seen any border shifts yet. Okay. Yeah, looks like with this 2.6 more and 4 overflow. Yeah, there's gonna be 7% more stability. This would be 104.4%. The 4.4 will have to go into banning fascism, and the no to land appropriation. I'll wind up at 100% base. Belarus canceled their current land lease. Probably put too many convoys in my stockpile instead of the market. They may have also been giving me infantry equipment, I forget. I do have some rifles built up. Which can be used either to enhance the size of these guys, these battalions. Train more people or enlarge existing. The thing is, the mountaineers, I kind of want to give another. I want to give rangers and start bringing the others. Yeah, I'll just do that because in the long run it'll cost less army XP. The rangers do require some infantry equipment. So when I do this and add this, for instance, that'll mean 40 more infantry equipment. And that'll be 400 of the stockpiled stuff, which is almost my entire stockpile. Leaving just a little of the place stuff is destroyed by attrition from exercises. Okay. Yep, war is actually broken out here, and yeah, I should be able to see before a bunch of Soviet Spain. Do they have any divisions? Nope. Alright, yeah, they're completely defenseless against this surprise attack. Which means they're just going to be capitulated. They're not even a faction, so they'll cease to exist, actually. Can't get very far in anything. I don't think they can push out any divisions quick enough, and the Spanish are too far away. So the capitalist counter-revolution is going to roll right over all of them.